Ashton Pelham Martin. Ash is the son of a British botanist travelling through India. He is born on the road shortly before the Sepoy Uprising of 1857. His mother dies from childbed fever shortly after his birth, and his father dies of cholera a few years later. He is entrusted to his Hindu ayah, Nanny Sita, to be brought to his English relatives in the city of Mardan. After discovering that all English Ferengis have been killed during the uprising, Sita adopts the dark-skinned Ash and takes him in search of safety. They eventually find refuge in the kingdom of Gulkote, where Ashton, now going by the name Ashok, forgets his English parentage and grows up as a native Indian boy. While working as a servant for Lalji, the young Yuvraj, crown prince of Gulkote, Ashton befriends the neglected Princess Anjali. In addition to the master of stables, Kodadad, and his son Zaran. At the age of 11, Ashton uncovers a murderous conspiracy against Lalji and learns he himself will be killed for interfering with the plot. Promising Anjali he will return for her one day, he and Sita escape the palace with assistance from friends Sita and Ashok have made within the palace over the years, and flee from Gulkote. The ailing Sita dies en route, but not before revealing to Ash his true parentage and entrusting him with the letters and money his father gave her before his death. Ashok makes his way to the military division Sita instructed him about, and they recognize him, now known by his English name. Ashton is turned over to English authorities and sent to England for a formal education and military training. At age 19, Ashton returns to India as an officer in the Corps of Guides with Zaran on the northern frontier. He quickly finds that his sense of place is torn between his newfound status as Ashton, an English Sahib, and Ashok, the native Indian boy he once believed he was. After going AWOL in Afghanistan to restore the honor of his soldiers, penalized for losing weapons to border raiders, Ash is suspended from the Guides and sent to escort a royal wedding party across India. The party is in fact from the former kingdom of Gulkote, now known as Karidkot after merging with a neighboring princedom, and Anjali and her sister Shushila are the princesses to be married. Also at the wedding party is Anjali's younger brother, Prince Jyoti. After revealing himself as Ashok to Anjali, Ash falls in love with her but is unable to act on his feelings as she is not only betrothed to another but belongs to what is now an alien culture, across a divide which they can no longer bridge. Over the months that follow, Ash thwarts a plot to murder Jyoti and falls into increasing despair over his unrequited love for Anjali. While caught in a dust storm together, Anjali reveals her love for Ash but rebuffs his pleas to run away with him out of duty to her sister as a co-bride in an arranged marriage. Ash is forced to watch Anjali be married off to the lecherous Rana of Bhithor and return to his duties in the military. 2 years later, Ash receives distressing news that the Rana of Bhithor is dying and that his wives are to be burned alive in the Hindu ritual of sati. Racing Bhithor, Ash and his friends manage to rescue Anjali and take her to safety. This rescue results in the death of not only Ash's beloved horse but also most of the human members of the party. He insists upon marrying Anjali, despite the insistence of all other members of his group of acquaintances, including Anjali, that this is not only unnecessary but against God's law. Udharan Chinh. Here the book's focus shifts from the relationship between Ash and Anjali to England's and Russia's political wrangling in the regions north of what were the Indian borders at the time. In England's desire to expand its territory into Afghanistan, Ash is sent into the country as a spy to relay information that will help England establish a permanent foothold in the area. What follows is an account of the first phase of the Second Afghan War. culminating in the September 1879 uprising that killed the entire English mission in Kabul. This part of the story is told mostly from the perspective of Ash's best friend Walter Wally Hamilton. After the uprising in Kabul, Ash and Anjali set out in search of a paradise in the Himalayas, the Far Pavilions, free of prejudice where they can live out their lives in peace.